Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Hey HR. How y'all doing tonight? Give me 2 seconds. I was just finishing one last thing for the live. For the video that's gonna go up tonight. Alrighty. I'm so happy to have y'all with me tonight. Y'all, I am feeling so horrible that I don't have Corey Jones on, but there were some scheduling conflicts. He's definitely going to be back on. Hey, Everyday Life Taboo. So he's going to be on, and I'm actually going to give y'all some hot dates. And the first hot date, the absolutely first hot date, is the fact that I just edited like the best video ever. Like, I can't even say the best video ever for anybody else. It's definitely the best video for me. So I have obviously edited all my videos. I have like 70 videos or so, I believe. And I see, I'm just so excited because this one is a vlog of my vacation, y'all. And when I tell y'all it's so fun, if y'all want some good old fun, some things to do in Charleston, and if y'all really, 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 really want to hear me and my like geechiness, I guess you can call it, then y'all watch this thing. This thing is so funny. It was just hilarious editing it. All my people were so sweet to like send me all of their clips, and I thought, yeah, I love you, girl. So what's going on, Cardell? So happy to have you on. You know what? So Everyday Life Taboo, it's funny that you call us online HR cousins because I'm hoping Ken gets on here. If he's on, Ken, just go ahead and tell us hi. But Ken's favorite thing is always to say that him and I are corporate cousins. And I just absolutely love it. He's my corporate cousin. If we're on LinkedIn, if he commenting on a video, if we're on IG, he's like, hey, corporate cousin. So Everyday Life Taboo, you my corporate cousin, girl. Yes. Carter, I'm so happy that you made it. Are you not driving? Because I could have sworn the last live you were like driving. And I don't want you to like hurt anybody or yourself. But I appreciate y'all watching my videos. I see your comments all the time. I try to, comment as soon as I can. And Jennifer, I'm so happy you're on. Listen, Jennifer, let me tell you something, girl. You're going to have to watch this video that's airing tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's my time zone. So as soon as we get off of here, or we'll probably get off at 7:30, but as soon as we get off, I totally recorded myself while I was watching you live. It was just so fun. And so I'd like for you to see my reaction, since when you're on a live, you can't really see how people are reacting. So you just got to watch it. But y'all, I'm so excited to have y'all on tonight. Good, Carter. I'm just making sure you're not driving. Good. Safety first, man. Safety first. I don't have anyone on tonight, but I'm so excited to have a list or a schedule of folks that's going to join us, y'all. I'm just so happy. So obviously it didn't work out with Corey and I the last time. So we were going to do tonight, but we had some scheduling conflicts, which all is well. So Corey is going to come on next Thursday on September 16th. I believe he has some type of emergency as well. So let's just pray all is well for him. If it was an emergency, I can't remember. I was doing like 50 things at the same time. But we'll have Corey on next week. And instead of doing lives like every other week, because y'all know I was trying to get used to, going back into the office and having this new role and things like that. So for the month of September, we're going live every week. And y'all know that the theme, so I'll always try to put a topic with it, right? So with Corey, our topic is going to be all about talent acquisition. And then as I tell you guys about the other folks that's coming on, I kind of give you an idea of what we're going to talk about. But y'all know it's happy hour time with Hey HR. So I know this isn't like a mixed drink. It's not a good cocktail. But I just wanted to like unwind. So I guess it's Wind Down Thursday, right? So anyhow, Corey Jones is going to be on next Thursday, September 16th. And then we have Jennifer Braun, also known on IG as Jen's Plans. Y'all got to check her page out. If y'all want to drool over some planner materials and like some cute dogs and see somebody that's so real and so empathetic and truly care about people. Like she's giving updates about different folks that are hit during a storm and having us all like kind of, really pray for this person and do whatever else we can, then definitely follow Jen's plan. She is on IG, and I'm telling you, every time I watch her stuff, I'm always like, you know what, this girl just tells me that I got levels I need to work on with my photos. But she's an amazing person. Her planning is amazing. Jen actually works in human resources and has been in human resources for, I believe, 15 years. And I believe that Jen's role has been an HR generalist. So we're going to have Jen on September 23rd. That's also a Thursday. And then Melanie Woods, she is folks would call them staffing. So staffing, she's with a staffing agency, CGL Staffing, and she has a YouTube channel as well. And she's going to be on September 30th. So we'll talk all about talent acquisition in the corporate world. Then we'll talk with Jen all about being full-fledged, all things human resources. And then we'll have Melanie on to tell us, like, what does a staffing agency look for different organizations? So if y'all want to make sure that you totally know which route to go in, you can get tons of questions answered. These folks are going to be available to cater to you. Then definitely make sure you guys keep the date. September 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. They're all on Thursdays. Just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the alerts. Don't hit just personalized alerts. Hit all so that you don't miss when we go live, okay? All right. So a couple other things. I already told y'all about my amazing video. This is, and I just calling it amazing. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm biased. It's my video. But this is truly the first video that I thoroughly enjoyed editing. Like, I was just cracking up the whole way through. I mean, if you guys follow me on IG and you look at my stories and you saw a couple clips that I put in, it's funny stuff. It's funny business. So y'all got to watch it. So it's coming out tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll probably get off here 7:30. If we don't get off 7:30, we'll definitely be off by 8. And y'all just stay on YouTube, watch that video. It's not long at all, but it's funny as hell. And it was definitely funny for me. So I'm also doing another great video. That one's going to come up next week. And I'm going to tell you guys all about how to organize and keep your life organized in the HR space and as a professional, period. But it'll definitely be some highlights onto the HR space because there are tons of things that I have to do to make sure that I don't miss a beat or that I don't mess up someone's paycheck or that I don't miss to get an update from a workers' comp injury or that I don't miss to make sure that someone knows that they're approved for FMLA, or that I don't miss a meeting, or that I don't, it's just so much that I have to. I think for those of you working in HR, for those of you who are aiming to HR, being organized is so important. Jen's plans, Jenny Braun is someone that works in human resources, right? I actually follow someone else. I love planners. I love notebooks. I love writing. I like highlighters. Like, I've always, to be real transparent with y'all, I used to always think I was weird for that because back in high school, I had a friend that liked it. And my best friend, she likes it, but no one ever liked it to the tune that I did. Like a gazillion pens. If you guys look at my video, my top 3 favorite things, you'll see a little stash of my pens. But like, I like a good pen. I pay attention to the quality of it. I've always used agendas or calendars in some format. My notes for school has always been really, really detailed. Like I would go through and highlight and make it bold. And I mean, just my notes for tonight, you can see I literally scribbled this and it looks half decent. But, I have always been that person. And so watching Jen made me feel so normal. And of course, y'all know we nosy. So when people go and they put their agendas up and they got their little appointments, we pause and like, where they going? I saw that she had an HR meeting. Same thing with another great planner that I watch all the time. And her name is Julie. And Julie and I are really close in proximity. I don't know Julie, but Julie is right in Savannah, which is only an hour away from me. So I was all excited because Julie's videos are like hilarious when she's doing her plan with me. And I think that she just makes me feel so normal for the things that she thinks about as she planned. But when I looked at her appointment, she also had HR in it. And so that made me feel like, one, not only am I normal, but two, being organized isn't something I'm kind of overdoing. It's so necessary. So anyhow, went through all of that to tell y'all I'm doing an organization video and I'm super excited about some new organizers that I have. One is Aaron on Demand's top 3 notebook, and it finally came in, and so I'm so happy to unbox it. That kind of stuff gets your girl excited. You never believe I just got a plum planner notebook, but anyhow, plum paper. And so another great highlight that I wanted to give y'all, and this is all of these are reasons why I wanted to be on here, because my channel is under 1,000 subscribers, so I can't just send y'all a quick update through YouTube. So I didn't want to miss not coming on just because Corey can't be on, and there's just so much that you guys should know. I want y'all to know. I really appreciate y'all being here. When I see the remaining, like the repetitive names in my chat, like it really gets me so excited. I was just on the phone. A couple of my family members called me literally as I'm trying to set up. And it was a little heartbreaking to me that they didn't even remember I'm going live. And like they're asking questions about all types of things, you know, so I absolutely love my family without a doubt. But it is a different space to be in when people are eager and waiting for you to come on and excited to hear what you have to say. So anyhow, let's go back to this chat, because this chat right here, I'm seeing all kinds of names that I know. What's going on, Jessica? Y'all, that's my old neighbor. She abandoned me and left. I can't blame her. You know, first of all, she has a bomb-ass new house, as if her old house wasn't amazing. And second of all, I mean, this is the time to sell, right? I really should be selling mine. Dejanay, you got your calendar marked. Y'all, I love Dej. Dej is one of my close girlfriends from high school's daughter, and I've just watched her blossom, and she is eagerly trying to get started in HR. So I'm so excited to kind of give her that push, because I've been exactly where she is, where you're applying everywhere and you just can't get through. Oh, Jen, I'm sweet like you, girl. You know, vibes attract. Raven, you found the time for me. I am so happy to have you on here, y'all. So Raven just made me remember another update that I did not write down, surprisingly. But did y'all notice that your girl real close to 1,000 subscribers? I mean, did you notice? If you ain't noticed, go back and look at that channel, because your girl close. Your girl is close. Listen, I'm so excited. Not that I'm just close to 1,000, but so excited that I'm so close to giving y'all some freebies. So pay attention. I'm going to put, okay, so y'all real Hey HR watchers. If y'all watching the whole video, I'm just going to put in a little blurb to tell y'all when I'm giving away these free items. And so Raven is the CEO of Heyyy, and it's a natural hair product. But I mean, not just natural, like anybody can really use it. It obviously will do, any product is going to do amazing in your hair if you're not putting like perms and stuff in it. So that's kind of why I said natural, but this product is made for everyone. I have my braids in, but I'm not a natural girl. I do get a perm like at least once or twice a year. And I am excitedly waiting on my box from her. And the box includes several different products, directions on how to use it. It is amazing. And so I ordered 2 boxes. So y'all pay attention, because that's going to be one of the giveaways. Second thing, I already told y'all about Erin on Demand's Top 3 Notebook. Listen, if you want to make sure that you're getting shit done, this is the system to use. And in Erin's book, it tells you how to use the system. She also has a YouTube channel, and she tells you how to use the top 3 system. But the biggest thing is you always got a shitload of stuff to do, especially in HR. If you in HR, like, if I have a slow week, I feel like something about to happen. Like if my list of things to do is short, I get nervous. But what the top 3 philosophy is that none of us are able to keep up with that, right? You can't even balance your home life. You can't balance self-care. There's a lot to balance that's needed for that drive that you put into your career. So if you just make it an objective to say, out of all the things I need to get done, I'm going to definitely get these 3 done. So you focus on these 3 items. And let's say you check off all 3 items. I mean, that's humongous. That's humongous, because at the end of the day, you feel achieved. You feel like I got something done. Even if you don't get 3 done and you get 2 done, you're like, oh man, I'm more than 50% there. So excited about the top 3 notebook. I'm going to do an unboxing about it, but that unboxing is going to tell y'all about how I keep my task in order in human resources. And I've worked in departments with other human resources professionals like recruiters or directors or what have you. Now that I am working here at this organization, I'm the director. I'm a department of 1. So I have to do all things admin. I have to do all things recruiting, all things benefits, all things employee relations, all things relations. Like you can keep going. Performance vows. It all falls to me. So making sure that you're filing, and filing is a little bit different in HR. You know, it's a different technique to that. That's something that's admin task. I got to make time for that. So I mean, it's just a lot of things. So super excited about my 2 giveaways. So when I hit 1K, I'm definitely doing at least 1 giveaway, because y'all, guess what I noticed? the closer I get to 1K on YouTube, the closer I get to 1K on IG. I'm like, damn, bitch, you gonna need 2 giveaways. Like, you got so I'm probably gonna split it between the 2, but I'm definitely gonna let whoever the winner is choose which one to stay on. So definitely be excited about that. Okay, let's see if I can catch up to this chat because y'all rolling and I love it. I love it. Keep going. Please don't stop for me. Don't stop for me. All right, Raven. Yes. And see, if y'all paying attention to this chat, Jennifer is telling y'all that you need a planner to keep it organized. And she said, especially for work life. Like, y'all, we gonna definitely talk about planners when I get her on this live on September 23rd because I'm super duper excited about that. Snowbell. I wish I knew your name, Snowbell. Please type your name in. And for all of y'all who jumping on, if I don't know y'all, please tell me like what city and state you're from. Like, shout your police out. Let me see where y'all coming from. But y'all, let me tell y'all about Snowbell. So I'm going on my staycation, right? And I am so serious about making sure that I reply to all of my comments that I just have the app up. I make sure to get the alerts. And so got this alert from Snowbell and she watched the video and I thought, oh, how nice of her. And I was like, Moy, how'd she catch that? She definitely watched the whole video. People can say comments all day long and I love the comments. But there are some comments where you're like, you can easily tell somebody watched the whole thing. There's some comments where you can tell, well, they might have enjoyed it and they just rushed a comment, which is fine. I do that myself. And you can also tell when people are commenting to support you, you know, and all of that is good. But it amazed me that the first video, I was like, oh, she definitely watched the video. Okay. I go on my little staycation. I check my phone again whenever I got Wi-Fi. And there's another video. And I'm like, ooh, she watched that one to the end. I'm like, I like her. A few hours later, another one. And I'm like, if y'all have been watching my channel for a super long time, y'all know like my first, 20 videos, I always used to put like a caption or a word at the end and say, if you watched it this far, make sure you say X, Y, Z or whatever. And Snowbell, I finally did that on this video where I said, if y'all watch it all the way to the end, then definitely make sure that you comment to Tamika, you can get to 1,000 subscribers. Y'all don't understand the joy that I felt in my heart when that girl said, Tamika, you gonna get to 1,000 subscribers and keep going. I said, you know what, sister girl, I can roll with her. So Snowbell, I'm so happy to have you on. Like, it's unreal how much that really, really touched my heart because y'all, she literally binge watched my videos this weekend. Like, I told y'all about 3 or 4 of them, but she watched a slew of them. And I'm pretty sure she probably didn't comment on all of them. I appreciate the support. Like, it's unreal. Love you too, Jessica. Jessica, just so you know, Riley right here, girl. Riley said hi. You said hi to Jessica? Okay. She said hi, girl. But you got to watch my video at 8 o'clock because it's hilarious. She went on vacation with me. Got to watch it. Oh, you're changing clinics? Oh no. You got to text me and tell me what's going on. We only come there because of you. She's not only my neighbor, but she's my dog's nurse when we go to PetSmart. So I'm not too excited about that. Is Riley still going to be a patient? I mean, you can't bring Riley in your new clinic. You know what? Yes. Planning is essential, Raven, for new entrepreneurs, for professionals, for everybody, for people who have kids, people who have multiple jobs. And so y'all know for the longest I was working at my church as well as attending my church. And I was also doing human resources. I feel like I forever had some type of side hustle going on. And it's a lot to keep up with. And I have a daughter. She's 18 now, so life is easier. But for a while, she was going travel ball, and that was crazy. But planning is essential. Kaniqua, and you're from Tennessee. All right, Kaniqua. Y'all, that's Snowbell. That's my girl that binge watch all weekend. Kaniqua, don't y'all forget that name. And if I said your name wrong, I'm so sorry. Girl, ain't nothing like a good staycation, Jennifer. Nothing like a good staycation. So Jennifer said, love a staycation. So important. More than ever, especially when all is going on in the world. Self-care is huge. Working in HR, we take care of everyone else, but need to take some time to take care of ourselves. And so true. I mean, sometimes I've said this several times on lives and in my videos. It's some days that I feel like I'm a therapist. There are other days I feel like I'm a marriage counselor. There are other days I feel like I'm a financial advisor. There are other days that I feel like I work in finance. There's some days that I feel like I'm a quality control person. And there are some days that I mean, as long as somebody's comfortable with it, I don't push my faith on anybody. I make sure that they're comfortable. But there's some days I feel like I'm a pastor. And y'all see how much I curse. So people really coming for the end of the end when they come to me for prayer. But yes, that's awesome support. Raven is unreal, the support that I get. Y'all are so sweet with these chats. Like, y'all are so sweet. Definitely, Jessica, we definitely gonna talk. Yes. And see, Raven, Raven, make sure, how about y'all do this for me? Because I don't know, I would love it if y'all did this for me. So I love it if Raven followed Jen's plans. Because if you're looking at a way to keep your life in order, now, Jen, let me tell you something about Jen's plans. I like Jen's plans, but I be feeling like my planner look like shit when I see her planners. I'm like, how she make that? Especially her reels. I'm like, huh? Like, did you do that free-handedly? Is this magic I'm watching? It's unreal. So if you want some tips, Raven, on that, then definitely watch it. And Jennifer, Raven is Iyurve, Iyurve on IG if you want to watch her. Because, we bring in nothing but the Southern charm all across IG between me and her. Yes. But you know what, Jessica said, I struggle with planning. But ADHD makes it so challenging. But I have people around me that are very close that have ADHD, and they say the same thing. But to be honest with you, like ADHD folks function so well that it's like, do you really need a planner? Sometimes I watch my cousin, I'm like, how you get all that done? Like, he'll be doing 50,000 things at one time, and I'm like, oh, that makes me nervous. I'm gonna mess up something. I hope y'all got y'all drink. That's some good old wine. I normally do a sweet red blend. This one a little, dry and stuff. But this is a healthy one. And listen, don't think I'm just promoting drinking just for the sake of promoting drinking. This thing help your heart. Keep your heart pumping and all that good stuff. Y'all might want to go for that red now. Don't y'all be getting all the Moscato and stuff like that. That stuff ain't no good. Just sweet. Yes, many, many, many hats. Well, Jennifer, I need you to definitely post, and I get it if you don't want to post it. But I need you to inbox me a picture of this messy planner because I've never seen one from you. Never. Jen is on IG, Raven. She's also on YouTube as well. And Raven, what I could do is when I'm done, I'll be on there. I know I get late. But just shoot me a text and I'll definitely send her profile to you. Definitely. Her planners are simply amazing. Jen, let us know. Remind me of what state you're in, because Jen is a couple hours behind us. And Raven, I know that you're in Houston, Texas. I think you guys might not be too far from us. Oh, Dejanay, you Jen out too, girl. I appreciate it. There you go, Raven. Iyurve in the chat, y'all. Now, see, Raven, I don't know how to pin chats and stuff. Let's see if I can pin it so folks can find you. All right, y'all. So I pinned that. Oh, that girl pinning and all in the chat. Y'all watch out. That girl coming through on this YouTube. Awesome. Thank you. Bullet journals are good, Jessica. So Jessica said with ADHD, she uses a system of bullet journals. I mean, honestly, you should watch Jennifer too, because like Jennifer does a lot of bullet journals. She does them a little differently. She puts a little aesthetic on that thing, And Jennifer, just like Julie and I, we all like stickers. So if you're a real crazy planner, then you really, really like stickers. I don't have my planner with me. I wasn't thinking I was going to talk about planners tonight, but my planner is in the kitchen. At the dining room table. But I wish I had it so I can show you what I meant when I say stickers. It's just so that your agenda doesn't look boring. Like sometimes I get agendas and if every page looks exactly the same, that kind of drains me. So I always used to use pens to make it get that jush that I want, or markers. But now I use stickers. These girls not upgrade me to stickers, honey. I used to just color code everything, but now I'm like, these girls around here stickering it up, and that look amazing. Doesn't even look like a sticker, like a crazy. Oh yeah, Jennifer, you're right. Jennifer, that's what I struggle with. So Jennifer says she don't post her messy work planner spreads because of confidentiality. Y'all, that's so huge in HR because I actually have multiple planning systems, and I'm going to go through it in a deep dive in this video for next week, because as much as I want to promote the planning side and the organizational side of my YouTube channel, there's so much in HR that's just confidential. I can't let y'all always know who I'm meeting with and why. And sometimes these employees don't even know I'm having meetings on them, or the managers don't know I'm having meetings on them. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing when you talk about planners, because obviously I'm not putting employees, HIPAA information, they like social securities, date of birth, things of that nature. But sometimes there are like investigations going on that I just need to clear up. And a lot of times in HR, you do investigations and they don't even require an action. So there are tons of them that do require an action, right? So most times you're going to definitely get a reaction when it comes to something, an action. When it comes to something like sexual harassment. If there's enough evidence there, even if there isn't, sexual harassment is such a weird topic. And I wouldn't even say weird, because that sounds like I really feel like I'm making light of it. And sexual harassment is important. But it's great. It's not something that is black and white. Like sexual harassment, the definition of it is that whomever is being sexually harassed, it's according to however they feel. So someone can just come in and give me some bad vibes, like a guy, or maybe he stood over me a little weird and I just felt weird about it. And that could be considered sexual harassment. So it's all the way weird. And so when you're doing something like that, you're looking for action. But there's sometimes that it's just like, this employee got this gossip, that employee got that gossip. By the time you talk to the people that were in the room with them, it's a whole different story. So that's like an investigation, because you're trying to figure out, do I need to put these folks in different roles? And can I prevent something from happening? That type of thing. So it is very difficult to show my planner. And a lot of times I'll do like the basics of my planner, and I'll go ahead and take a picture of it then and put it on my IG. But as the week go out, I definitely don't take a picture of it after that. I might do a quick flip through, but even then I don't feel real comfortable with it. Even when I'm doing like interviews or something, I just put interview. But on my Google Calendar, I have if it's a phone interview or in-person interview, what department they're doing, what the employee's name is, so I can really look them up in the ATS, that's your applicant tracking system. And when I get in there, then I can get all the details when I'm asking questions and already have like, notes from that interview. So I just like being organized, and I'm looking at multiple ways to talk about organization. So I want to talk about how I keep how I can just jump and go and stay in my routine in a day. So my clothes is organized, my face products are organized. Like there's a system I do every single morning. I'll talk about things like that. I'll also talk about, there's so many things I want to talk about with organization, like my office and how I have it situated for whatever. The biggest thing about it is it's so hard to bring it back to human resources, because it's a lot. Now, I probably could vlog when we do like events, and that's fun. But again, I don't ever want to make anyone on my job feel like they are held, like to the standard of you have to be on my channel. And I would never do that, because I don't feel comfortable with that. I didn't even really feel comfortable with my job knowing that I had a YouTube channel, but I guess what made me get comfortable with it is my last job. I know they wanted me to do it for them. And I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't. And so since it was already out with them, I was like, whatever. And so I post my videos all over LinkedIn and stuff. So I kind of didn't care. But, putting folks on my stuff at work, it's just, I would never tell y'all that you can't have a friend at work, but it's just sometimes you might have a situation where you feel comfortable with somebody and then later that don't work out. Because at the end of the day, people fail to realize that I'm a people person. I'm empathetic. I'm going to be here with you for the long haul, but I'm a realist. I'm transparent. And if you're not pulling your load, there goes my HR hat. Because even though I met you at work, when we at work, I'm doing my job. And if you really ain't doing right and I got to terminate you, I'm going to terminate you. I'm going to give you a hug and I'm going to tell you I wish you the best. And I'm going to give you whatever resources I can give you. And I'm going to give you all the transparency as to why I got to this decision. But at the end of the day, like, I don't want to put that person on my channel and then they're upset with me later. Like, that's just kind of weird. So I think about all of those things with my channel and work. I just love the way y'all get. Oh, Jen, I didn't know you were from New Orleans. Okay, I knew you lived in Colorado. I thought it was Colorado. It's so pretty. Y'all, when she posts pictures like of her patio, I'm like, that looked like a magazine. Yes, definitely check her out, Jessica. Check Jennifer out. Jennifer, you getting all kind of vibes from my channel. They like you, girl. I like it too, because I like you too. You know what I'm saying? All right, Everyday Life Tab. But what's going on? You got always have something real good going on for us. Oh, sexual harassment is very cheeky water. My friend was touched by a female at work. his job did nothing and wrote him off and said he was being too sensitive. I'm selective with coworkers. I'm going to be friendly and cordial. However, you can't come to my house. That used to be my thing. But I've changed from that. I have, and I've been thinking about if I should do a video like that, but I don't want nobody to document how I manage friendships, because at the end of the day, I am a people person, but I believe in friends being in different levels. People get a little weirded when I say this, but it is what it is. I have tons of people that would love to be my friend. I have tons of people I love to be their friend. But at the end of the day, like, my biggest thing is to protect my peace. And if I can't protect your reactions to things, then I can't protect, I can't promise that you're not going to come out here and act weird on me. So I guess you can say in that sense, I'm a bit reserved. I actually took a personality test with predictive index, and they kept saying that I was reserved. I was like, I'm not reserved. And when they started breaking it down to me, I was like, yeah, that's so me. So I'm going to be friendly with you when I meet you, but I believe in a blank slate mentality. I don't know if you have ever heard of tabula rasa, but I was a philosophy major, so that's where I got that from. But that intrigued me so much, because the mentality that everyone has a blank slate, and the actions, the things you say, the things you do builds that slate, and that's how I treat you. So when I see that you're initially, everybody can have a certain level of trust for me. I ain't giving nobody like my debit card or like, keys to my house, but I'm gonna give you a certain level of trust. I might be in my office and have a meeting with you and realize, okay, I need to run to the restroom. I might trust you for that 2 minutes that I'm at the restroom. And your reaction to that helps build that sleep. So if I come back and paper shuffle around on my screen on something else, I know, okay, from that interaction with you, I can't trust you. And so that's how I learned how to interact with people. And I don't like I don't like it, but I don't mind if somebody, because I don't let other people's opinions like dictate the way I am. But I don't get it when people come to rush to you to tell you about somebody else, instead of you telling me about that person. In my mindset, you building your sleep for yourself. Because my grandmama always taught us this, and y'all hear me always talking about my grandmama and my mama, and y'all know we from the deep south, and so we got all kind of sayings. And so I think that's why y'all like coming over here, because I can introduce y'all the stuff. But my grandmother always said, dog bring bone, carry bone. So if you coming over here to tell me about this person, then wherever I tell you, you're going to tell somebody else, right? I don't roll like that. That ain't no kind of trust. Like, we should be confidential with each other. And so I believe in tabula rasa. Y'all look that up. One day, who knows? Well, y'all know what? I said one day, who knows? My best friend is coming home. Yay. I don't know if I've told y'all, my best friend got a real secretive job, so I try not to talk about what she does, but she works out of the country. And so she's out of the country for 3 months, and then she's back home for 3 months. And so it's coming to the wind down time that she comes back home. And she agreed with me before she left. We didn't have time. But she agreed with me before she left that we could do a video on how you can have friends in the workplace. Because my best friend, I met her at my job. Now, I wasn't working in human resources, and Lord, that was, when I tell y'all that job got the trophy as the worst job I've ever had in my life, and we'll definitely talk about that too. But I found her, and so I feel like the Lord put me into that job just to find her. She's been my absolute best friend for over 10 years now. I think like 11 or 12 years we've been thick as thieves. And the craziest thing is, when we first met each other, we really wasn't feeling each other's vibe at all. The thing that made us click was just like, we were the only black girls in the department. We're like, shit, girl, we sisters. You got to figure this out. But I can't, listen, that girl got everything. She got a key to my house. She got the codes in my house. She's a beneficiary on everything. Like, that's my girl now. We've had some rough times, and she truly taught me how to manage friendships. Like, it ain't going to be she feels some type of way and tell me later. She always going to be like, all right, Mika, so let's talk about this. She'll give us some time to cool down. And I like that. Separation is a great decision. What are you talking about, Dej? I know I was saying something about separation, but sometimes some people do need separation from the organization. But help me, what are we talking about? Because I'd be rambling. I don't forget what I'm talking about. That's true how I manage friendships as private. Yeah. Especially, when you're working in HR, you just have to be really careful with it, because in HR, you always know stuff before an employee or before the organization. I mean, because you help them plan it. You have the insight on how it should go, and everybody can't handle that level of confidentiality. It's so crazy because my old organization thought that I was too transparent with employees. And I'm like, there's some things that I'm like, it's okay for you to know. What is it gonna hurt? I don't ever like a situation where people feel like they can't talk to each other and stuff, and that's what happened. And over there is a mess now, honey. I don't miss being over there at all. But you know, I I do believe that there's some I feel like I just know that there's some things I just can't tell you. Like you just ain't gonna know. And there's some things that I can tell. Sometimes people will test me and talk about a topic in front of me. I don't act no different. I sit right there and absorb it all because I may learn something new I need to know. But if you think I'm gonna reply to it, nah, I ain't doing that. Alrighty. Definitely have to create boundaries. Boundaries, that's the word of the night, honey. You are so right, Jennifer. Like boundaries is so important. I am hospitable as well. And I'm empathetic as well. But working in HR, we learn quickly to have boundaries. Yeah. And you know what, Jennifer? I actually struggled real hard with boundaries because I realized that for me, my boundaries wasn't finding the boundaries with work because it was like a learned thing. It was like something I knew I couldn't do. But I had a hard time finding boundaries with family and friends. So I would like stretch myself thin and then I'm exhausted and then I don't get things done I want to get done. I don't get the same support reciprocated. And so my counselor really helped me with that. I talked about that in one of my videos too, where I introduced my counselor to you guys. She wasn't in the video, but I told you guys who she is. And we talked about imposter syndrome and boundaries like crazy. And it took me a while. The pandemic really helped me form boundaries because we were forced to be home. And so that kind of gave me an excuse to kind of have a reason to not go places, not do things. And now I'm so comfortable in it. Sometimes my cousin had me laughing because he was like, well, damn, Mika, you ain't going? Nah, I ain't going. I'm tired. Like, sister girl inching towards 40, she be tired. And then, sometimes when I done had a little sippy stuff, I really ain't going nowhere. All right, everyday life. Some organizations are too rigid. Yeah. When it comes to employees, and that ends up creating distrust. Once employees don't trust you, they will not even walk halfway hard to you. Yeah. Yeah. No. And that's what happened with the last organization. And I think they felt like I was sharing too much because people came to me and I don't think that they thought I was sharing too much. I think they just run off with that assumption. So we used to I always, until I worked at the last job, I had always worked in an organization where HR's door had either blinds or it had a glass or it had some type of way where my door wasn't always just totally closed. And then when I went there, we had solid wood doors. So if the door closed, you don't know if I'm there or not. And I guess they probably peep out the car, peep out the window, see that my car is there and know that I'm in my office. But I feel like this, and this is the truth. Please don't go into human resources thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get all the dirt. I'm gonna know how much this person making. I'm gonna know this information. I'm gonna know who get right up and da-da. Don't go in it for that at all. If you're going into human resources for any of that, go find another career. This one ain't for you. But I will say that with me going into human resources, people found that level of trust with me where they come and tell me stuff or they wanted me to know different things. And I am that person who's going to say, are you comfortable with me sharing this? Now, I'll let them know if it's something I can't, like, I ain't got no choice. I got to say something. I'll tell them that too. But at the end of the day, I'm not just working. And this was my thought I was about to say. Y'all know I got a squirrel brain. I be struggling with editing them videos. But at the end of the day, I'm working for the company. I'm also working for the employee. I'm working for both the employer and the employee. And I get so frustrated with organizations that want me to give all this trust to the company and put the employee all the way down here. The same way you tell me stuff I can't tell the employee. If the employee tell me something I can't tell you, all is well. All is well. I had my last boss actually literally got so upset with me over the phone because she was like, you have to tell me, Tamika. What the fuck for, bitch? First of all, I've been on medical leave. These people already called me when I ain't even working. Like, second of all, they asked me not to tell you. Third of all, how many meetings have they had where I have not been involved, because that's the company, the type of company I left. Initially, Tamika, every single meeting she need to be in. Next thing, Tamika just getting results. And then when shit go wrong, you like, why? Well, because you got somebody come out of talent acquisition making decisions for a department she ain't know nothing about. But anyhow, y'all know when we get to the end of live, I always kind of give out the juice. I guess this thing ain't hitting in because I drink way more than this. But if y'all want me to keep going with the juice, I don't care. But, you know, that threw me for a loop because I was like, are you serious? Like, are you really upset because I'm not telling you what employees came to me to tell me out of their confidence? Like, if it's something that's going to be holding a company liable, if I look at, okay, you either putting yourself in danger, you putting somebody else in danger, or you definitely causing us a liability, I'm going to just let you know I'm telling. And I'm so happy that people around me already know that that's the type of person I am, working in human resources. And I have no problem telling people that stuff. So it just kind of drives me crazy because, yeah, it makes for a horrible environment. Riley, we're on a live. Riley. She hear one little noise to get excited. Jennifer, if you still in here, you hear your girl? All righty. I have to go ahead and purchase that book. I've heard a lot of great things about it. Which book? Oh, Jennifer, you had a book in here? And the suggestions? Jennifer, what? Were you giving out gems, Jennifer? I'm missing it. Definitely have to create boundaries. Okay. You could do some mock-ups that are not necessarily related. Oh, yeah. Well, Jennifer, I don't be having time to do calendar mock-ups. Y'all, she's talking about making my stuff look good. But I probably need to figure out that time if I really want organization to be a part of my niche. So, yeah, you're right. I thought about doing that, too. Great read for all aspects of life and work. Oh, well, could y'all put the book back in the chat so your sister girl can catch it? That's when you know you're a toxic organization and they make it a bag deal when employees trust you. Those are the type of people who would rather have the employees being miserable. And girl, guess what? They driving out that place like flies, girl. I'd be laughing when the employees call me and be like, girl, Tamika, another one gone. I think the craziest thing is when my phone went ballistic one day because, I mean, they only have 11 leaders, I believe, or maybe 8 of them. And 3 of them two of them turned in their resignation at the same time. And somebody else was like, oh, the other one, he already accepted another job. I don't know when he gonna tell him. It was just hilarious. Oh, John, you missing some. Hold up, John. I'm coming back to you, John. Girl, I had to move to create boundaries. Oh, Raven. Yo, I can't wait to go. I'm gonna go visit Raven in Houston, Texas. Y'all know I'm a vlog about it. But who knows how much Raven gonna let me vlog, but I'm gonna vlog as much as I can vlog. And so I'm so excited because I wouldn't mind kind of getting out of South Carolina. I've always stayed in South Carolina because I was a single mom. I was needing that type of support. But to be honest with you, I'm like, my daughter 18, my career is in a good spot. Like, I want to, experience being somewhere else. Now, if I can find a job that's online, I wouldn't mind staying in Charleston, but I'll probably be traveling all over the place. I just want to get out and do the things I couldn't do because I was a 20-year-old mother. But girl, Braven, don't get us started because you know how we do when we get on the phone and stuff. But John, you missing some good stuff. But you always on a live. I don't know who told you to go out here and be in these streets. Take your behind somewhere where you can jump on and pay attention to what's going on. Because this, I'm gonna keep the chat up there. And when I repost the video, the chat's gonna be there. But we talking about all kinds of good juice. So you missing it. You know how my lives are. They always full of juice. And I got my red wine. So we being all the way transparent. No, let me stop. Okay, Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Glover Taub. Okay, let me find. Jennifer, you like my sticky notes? Okay, stop. All right, I stop. I'm being ridiculous. I get it. I got to write this down. Book suggestion. Cardell, you were so quiet. I thought you left us. I'm so happy to see your name pop up in the chat. I mean, you're a busy man. I might not be picking the right times for you. Set boundaries. Find peace. Girl, yes, I need that. I thought I was going to read on the beach, y'all. Y'all just got to watch this video. This video coming out at 8 o'clock. And let me tell y'all something. This video is so funny. Please don't judge me and my cousin. He was saying that already. He was like, man, Mika, why are you putting that up there? People going to be thinking X, Y. Boy, stop. We just being real. We ain't about to be hiding nothing. You don't watch my channel enough to know this girl on some realness. So I am super duper excited. Just had to upload my thumbnail real quick. The whole video is up there. I want to make sure y'all saw I'm a little hard work in my thumbnail. Let me know if y'all like the thumbnail. Usually I look to see if people like the thumbnail through my impressions, my click-through rate on my impressions. Hold on. By Nidra Glover. So wow. All right. I gotta check that out. And Jennifer, let me ask you a question. You work from home, I'm assuming? Because you look like you had the perfect schedule. God, I miss working from home. All right, Cardell, since you're the HR manager for the company, doesn't the turnover rate negatively affect you, especially when your performance is being evaluated? No, sir. No, sir. I can't manage the whole organization. No, sir. What HR does is you navigate, you can help managers to become better managers, but I think you're trying to get into HR. When you get into HR, you will realize that there's some people that have, and I'll say in South Carolina, there's a lot of the good old boy system because somebody come from a certain family or somebody knows somebody or they go, so and so knows somebody, they help each other get jobs, and when they're a manager, they're not gonna fire them. And even when they're bad managers. The second thing is, I feel like I've worked places where I work with leaders who are kiss asses. So instead of knowing the job, you come in and say you know the job. When you don't know the job, then you kissing the leader's ass so you can keep your job, but your whole department feeling some type of way. People will feel like there's going to be retaliation, so they don't tell people what's going on. And that's a big situation. But I don't manage these employees, so you can't. Now you probably can say, "Oh, I'm not bringing them on fast enough." Now recruiting would be reflective of HR, but turnover not so much. That's your managers, that's your leader, that's your organization, that's your CEO. Like, how are they managing these people? What are your benefits like? What are your performance reviews like? Are you even having performance reviews? Again, HR is not going to manage those performance reviews. Your managers are going to do that. HR is just going to check to make sure that there isn't anything that the company can be held liable from a supervisor saying or employee saying, and we're not acknowledging it. But for things, that's all on the whole organization to make sure that your culture is where it should be. My performance is to manage so many different things, but not employees. Unless you have a department where it's not a department of one, and you have employees that report to you, and those employees are turning over. So, like, I used to have an HR director, and we had, when I got there, she had a department of one, including herself, 2 admins, and then she had 2 HR folks that work under her. So she had a department of 5, right? With only having 4 people, that's not her, right? In 5 years, she had 9 people roll throughout the department. Now, that's reflective of the HR director if your department falling apart. So it's really reflective of the department. All right, hold on. Ooh, I love when y'all get the chat going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love it. I love it. I figured you work from home. I'm like, man, Jennifer living a life over there. And I'm so jealous because it's so hot here, and I just love seeing all of your fall decor. I love seeing your sweaters. I love seeing your hot cocoa and your coffee. Now, you can keep those old, what do you call it, the pumpkin candy? I ain't never been a fan of them. Corn candy, I think it's called. You and Julie like those, but I ain't never been a big fan of that. Yes, busy, 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 hot. I should have been in class in 10 minutes, but it's not getting... Oh, you got to get the class, Cardell. Go on to class. All right. Snowball. Politics can make or break a company for real. End up in litigation when they meet. Girl, okay. And the crazy thing about it, Kanikwa is, I got a cousin named Kanikwa, so I'm gonna call you Snowbell because I want to go back up in the chat and then get lost. But Snowbell, that's the truest thing, is that you would think, okay, y'all gonna be blow up as soon as you get a whistleblower. There's just not enough whistleblowers. And I hate to say it that way, because I just like to see an organization turn around. But people are not going to go through and sue a company as much as you think they should. But I will tell you, on the video where I told y'all about my top 10 resources, I love Next Improvement because when I go to their live lessons, or I go to, they used to do these things called breakfast briefings. So you would get breakfast, and then you sit and watch the attorney talk about a topic, and they'll talk about several different cases they've had that they've successfully closed or not successfully closed. And the things that you hear in those meetings, you'd be like, oh my God. So in some situations, there are some whistleblowers. In some situations, there's people who are like clients of the organization, not the actual organization. But, whistleblowing can shake some stuff up because it can cause a class action lawsuit in a lot of places and cause people to not only cause a crazy investigation, but it could allow people up to 2-3 years, depending on the statute of limitations and whatever topic it is, that you go back and pay all of these people money. Like BMW had a situation in Charleston where they had some questions related to background screenings on their application, and it drastically caused a whole lot of African Americans to not qualify for the job based on that one question. And a couple people turned them in. They got sued and had to pay a whole lot of money. I don't think BMW even shuffle as many cars through our port as they used to because of that. But they used to have a lot of cars come through our ports. I know that they still have cars come through. I just don't think they have as many since that lawsuit, because that's still fairly new. Well, I say fairly new, but Lord, I'm getting a little bit older. I learned that in grad school. I haven't been out of grad school for a while. Walmart has had a ton of whistleblower situations too. Walmart has had so many, particularly for female leaders. And now when I walk in, I feel kind of weird. My mind I don't say I feel weird, but my mind going in different directions when I see a female on there, because I'm like, a female supervisor at Walmart, because I'm like, did you really earn this job, or are they just trying to make sure they don't get sued again? Because they had several lawsuits over not promoting females, not doing pay wasn't equitable, things of that nature. I had did so many of their things. Okay, can you comment as to why everything is so short staffed? Why are people leaving work? Why y'all had turnover? Turnover is horrible where I am. I'm gonna tell you my personal opinion, Jessica. And I love if my HR people definitely comment on it, because I feel like there's several different things. First of all, you got to pay attention to the industry. The turnover is 9 times out of 10 in organizations where people are getting paid $40,000 per year or less. And I've noticed that I actually was about to read. I didn't get a chance to read it because I had so many things to do. But when I do work from home, which I'm working from home next week, then one day I'm going to sit down and catch up on the Great Resignation. You heard of the Great Recession? Well, it's apparently this thing now called the Great Resignation, where a lot of people are resigning. And I think that one, on those jobs like restaurants, like your servers and stuff like that, housekeepers, laundry folks, maintenance folks, those folks were the folks that weren't getting paid as much, or there was a lot of physical labor that went with their jobs. And those folks were the folks who were not saved when the pandemic came through. They were like the first to lose their job. And I think, in my opinion, that it was an eye-opener. I've noticed so many new companies. I'm in a group called the E-Bosses with Erin on Demand, and it's all with entrepreneurs. And her group, she has to keep trying to hold in how many people trying to come into the group, because everybody's trying to launch off a business. So I think, one, we've had an economy where it's been fueled of giving these people who lost their job money. So that's food stamp and extra food stamps, right? That's stimulus checks on top of stimulus check. Oh, now we're going to give you a dependent check on top of the stimulus check. And now, instead of just giving you food stamp, we're going to give your kids their own food stamp card too. And then we're going to make sure that nobody can kick you out of your home, because the federal government is going to say nobody can get kicked out of their home. So you mean to tell me you're giving me all of this money that I'm not comfortable having? And you're probably comfortable having, but I haven't had the education to know how to manage these resources. And at the same time, I don't even have to pay the biggest bill I have, which is my rent or my mortgage. Those things have fueled people into being more free-minded. So I think that's a big thing. I think the second thing is a lot of organizations have not put enough energy into, paying attention to cost of living increases and paying attention to their competitors. A lot of organizations don't do an outside compensation analysis. If you do one internally, most times whoever's doing that compensation analysis, and a lot of times it's either HR or finance, they think of people. So they'll say, well, Tamika don't work that hard, so we're not going to make her money that hard. Or, you know what, Jessica don't work that hard, so we're not going to put her salary up that high. And why are we going to give this benefit over there? Because Raven don't ever do such and such. That's what they do inside the organization, right? And it's not intentional. It's just natural, right? If you send it out to a compensation study, a compensation team that's external to your organization, one, they have thousands of resources of different surveys, valid, good surveys, where they pull that data to see what your salary ranges should be like. And then they compare them to your region. And then they compare them to the positions, and then they compare them to your competitors, and they give you what your range should be. So now you have a range that is competitive. A lot of organizations don't want to pay that money or don't know that that's a resource they need. And now the companies that either know that or have the money to push out are pulling those people on in. And I think the biggest thing is some people who've never in their life had an opportunity to work from home now get this opportunity to work from home for over a year. So it's like, I really think that those are the biggest contributing factors. It's just a lot of people are receiving income. I mean, now my biggest thing beyond that, and now those are more of our entry level positions, right? But when we talk about corporate, I think a lot of people lost trust in people because one, they've been always told you can't do your job from home. Now you got me doing my job from home. Second thing is a lot of organizations were living like on their income. Like as they got money, that's how they were able to pay for employees, to pay for benefits or whatever. They didn't manage their finances well, so now they had to let all of these people go. So now people have lost that trust. So they're like, okay, now it's my time to go do something else or sit home as long as I can, what have you. All right, Jennifer, tell me if I'm falling out somewhere, girl. Jennifer says, you hear me, Jessica? You probably already read it. Jennifer said that turnover is high because people are looking for remote jobs, no commute, and save money and time and want some sort of value with the company. I have seen businesses that are offering sign-on bonuses, even giving out gift cards to apply for a job. Girl, the sign-on bonuses is what throwing me off because I saw Wendy's that say they'll give you $200 if you just come in and apply and work your first day. You'll get the $200 your first day. I said, what the hell Wendy's got going on? Everybody out here trying to get it. But I totally agree. I mean, I think I said that to some degree is that people have gotten us freedom with remote jobs, and that's what they're looking for. And there is a lot of companies that's going totally remote, but not as much as the number of employees that you have. So people are kind of holding tight, waiting on these remote jobs. I mean, before the pandemic, I was working kind of part-time in the office and part-time remote. And then we went 100% remote. It's unreal how much money I was able to save. It's unreal how much I didn't even have to go and get like an oil change as often. It's just I didn't have to worry about buying clothes. I kept makeup for forever. I don't know. It took me forever to actually run out of like my main everyday stuff. And people got comfortable with that. I'm one of them. So this travel is like literally kicking my ass. All right, y'all. So we already been on this thing for an hour. I appreciate y'all coming on. The newbies, the supporters that's always been around, my friends that's just supporting me. You guys are so amazing. Y'all don't understand. Like, y'all give me the drive to keep doing this thing. The comments, the likes, jumping on and watching them videos as soon as they come out. Like, y'all give me the push. So let me give y'all a few reminders real quick, and I probably should have put them in the chat, and I did not. Yeah, real quick. Dejanay says she's the 1% that does not want to work from home. She right. And especially because she's too young. Like young people would like to work from home. She is the only one. It makes me hard to find her a spot. I'm like, oh girl. Okay. So don't forget Corey Jones next Thursday, 7 p.m. Same place, same time. You know what I'm saying? Just different date. But next Thursday, 9/16, September 16th, we're going to talk about all things talent acquisition. And then y'all already met my girl, Jennifer Braun. She's been in the chat killing it all night. Jennifer has worked in HR for the last 15 years. She's worked in the same capacity as myself, which is full on all things HR. And so she's going to be on with us the week after that on September 23rd. And then I have done, this is the only date I have not solidified. So if this changed, don't y'all charge it to my heart. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. How do you say it? Y'all know what I mean. Okay, so Melanie, CGL Staffing and Recruiting. She has a YouTube channel, and she has been an amazing supporter of mine. I was actually a subscriber of her early. I actually took myself off because I was doing a lot of comparison, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I was so happy to see her commenting on videos, and we connected on LinkedIn, and we definitely are going to get together for a live. I just want her to confirm for me if it's September 30th. So Claire's going to tell us all about that corporate talent acquisition. Jen's going to tell us about all things HR and how to keep that thing organized and how to just keep your life going with it. And then Melanie Woods is going to tell us about like a staffing agency that pulls in talent from multiple different organizations. And she actually, on her channel, she always gives a ton of statistics because she does polls on a regular basis with all of her clients and telling you kind of things about questions like, why aren't people returning to work, or, you know, different things like that. So she always has really good polls. All right, y'all, as soon as y'all get off of here, my video is live, so definitely go check it out. That video is called Staycation or Vacation. Y'all just wanted to comment. Tell me, hey, Tamika, a vacation. Hey, it's me. It's a vacation. Anyhow, it's amazing. I love it. It's hilarious editing it. I was dying laughing. My niece was having a full-on photo shoot while your girl trying to find us some music on the beach. My cousin caught a clip of me getting rescued with my kayak because I couldn't make it back to the marina. Y'all, we went out and had some dinner at some amazing places and had some great chit chats and some great talks. And you have to realize that I feel so energized from that weekend, and I want y'all to definitely tune in and take a peek at that. And then if you guys want to be in touch with me and have a one-on-one consultation, maybe you have a question that you just don't feel comfortable putting in the chat. Maybe you have something that you're like, oh, Tamika, I just felt like it was going to be too much to talk about and I didn't want to take up all the time. Then definitely follow me on IG on Heyyy HR. That's Heyyy with 3 Y's, HR on IG. And in there, you can click the link in my bio to schedule a time with me. So in there, we can do a resume review if you like. We can do a mock interview. We can even do a resume review, a mock interview, or we can just kind of brainstorm and see where it is that you think you want to go, and I can give you guidance on how to get there. So right now I have those things at super low prices because I'm just kind of beta testing it. This is a soft launch. It's going to come out official either October 1st or January 1st. If it comes out October 1st, I'll keep the prices the same until the end of the year. But January 1st, sister girl going to be charging what she worth now. So definitely, if you guys want to take a chance, take a chance. Y'all ain't taking no chance. Y'all in good hands. Y'all in good hands. But if you want to go out there and schedule some time with me, then feel free to find me on IG. Click that. I will try my hardest to probably tomorrow to put that link in the description box here and to put it in my community tab, not my community tab, my About Me tab on YouTube, so that you guys can always have that link to schedule times. And I'll definitely continue to post it in every video after that in the description box so that you guys can schedule time specifically with me. Right now, this time is very, very limited. I'm primarily open on the weekends. I'm going to pick 1 or 2 days throughout the weeks to have some time with you guys. Remember, I'm on the East Coast for those of you who are not, so I might be ahead of you in time. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all for being on here. Can't wait to see y'all next week, okay? Thank you.